this is fun. Whee! Whee! What's going on? Chad, are you responsible for this, Chad? What? Can't see shit, what's happening? Whoa, the fuck was that giant, crazy cool looking thing? I want to see it again. I can see Chad. Maybe. Look, someone's in the box. Look, there he is. No, maybe that's not Chad, but it's somebody. Someone in a top hat. Well, that was intriguing. That was fun. Anyway, not sure what that accomplished apart from having a fun time. Maybe I just go around the park riding everything, looking for a kid.
Hello?
No, I can't seem to go this. Ooh, read page. Frustrated by the fact that the plan seems incomplete, I know as well as anyone that the rules of the game can be changed with enough money. But no matter how much money talks, it can't conjure up missing plans from the air. I've tried contacting the organization who sold me these plans, but they are stonewalling me. Every contact that I had, every meeting place that I had watched, are swept bare. I have a sinking feeling that I have been swindled. We've gone ahead with what we could find in the plans regardless, the harvesting machines, the transport mechanisms, etc. I'll probably let Nicholas name them something cute for the day we open the park. They will be rides after all. Huh. So are they harvesting the fear emotion from people? This is getting very interesting. Maybe they're harvesting all emotions.
Treachery hides in thoughts. Treachery that lashes like a whip and scars our insides. The first time I saw Callum, my thoughts betrayed me. I looked down at this wrinkled, red, bawling thing and I thought, is that it? We build our world from expectations, and the world that I had built for Callum was no different. He was so real, so there, and so far from my expectations. And they shattered, and as they fell in pieces, that one treacherous thought became a new foundation. All of the love that we shared, all of the warmth and goodness that followed, built on a single, traitorous thought.
Yep, you're a terrible mother.
Come to Mommy, Callum!
This way, Mommy.
I have a feeling when I see something spooky in this dark area. I thought working in the park for a summer would be a lot of fun, but the end of the season here really drags. There aren't that many tourists around, and most of the staff spend their days standing around gossiping. And most of that gossip is about Chad. I mean, Steve, see? Even I'm starting to call him Chad, and I went to school with the guy. It's a goddamn suit. In the beginning it was a laugh. Steve, the local lush, as Chad, the chipmunk. Child-friendly mascot at the Atlantic Island Park. Lock up your daughters and all of that. But the more he wears that suit, the weirder Steve is getting. At first, it was the little things, like refusing to change out of the suit at work and is taking it home with him every day. But then I saw him at Susie's diner, still wearing it, and I wasn't even at work that day. Some of the staff complained, discreetly, to the park management about the smell, and I saw him walking and talking with Mr. Winter, the owner, one day. But nothing seems to have changed. The suit still smells like a carcass whenever Steve walks by, and apparently Steve has picked up some new skills since the last time I saw him puking up, in the gutter outside the school Siscol station. Because as sure as hell, the man can carve a mean ice sculpture. The shapes he makes in the ice look like they give the creeps. Steve came to the booth today, lucky me, and he just hung around for a while. I could hardly tell, couldn't really tell, because of the suit, but it seemed like he was just staring at me, sizing me up, eye-fucking me, whatever he was doing. I asked him what he wanted, and he just stood there, not saying anything. Eventually, I called my supervisor, and when he came by, Chad, Steve wandered off. My supervisor told me to put everything in writing, so here it is. Also, I quit. I don't want to see that chipmunk suit ever again. Laura Hyman. Whoa! I knew that was going to happen. That was really creepy. Can I see it again? Whoa! Is that it? Is that the suit? Can you see the ears? Ooh, I knew that was gonna happen. Still got me though. So you got one point, game. You get 1 point so far. There's something in there. It's like a. Oh, I guess it's just a statue. Ooh. Too fucking spooky. What is this? Cthulhu? Why is it always Cthulhu?
Come out, sweetie.
I didn't ditch you. Oh.
Constant crashes and 80s music. I guess it floats someone's boat.
Alright, let's see what spooky thing happens when we ride the bumper cars. I wanna run.
Callum, stay where you are.
Follow the trail. I wanna ride the bumper cars.
Come back.
Here we are. This one. Examine accident report. What is this, insurance? Brief description of the accident or incident. During the transport of the bumper cars into the area, one of the scraps attaching to the load of the truck came untied, causing a cascade of bumper cars onto Francis, who was standing directly... Oh, sorry. Was just... Can't read today. Francis, who was standing directing the driver. Francis was crushed by the weight of the cars. Francis was killed. Supervisor Comet Dexter, the truck driver, claims to have seen someone on the back of the load undoing the straps. Nobody else reported seeing that. The sheriff has requested that Dexter provide them with urine samples. Let's see, what could be done to prevent? Double checking the straps after transit should be mandatory, and drug screenings for drivers. Additional comments? The local laborers are very superstitious, and this hasn't helped. Some of them are refusing to return to work until we have someone from the local church walk to the park and exorcise all the bad spirits. That wasn't too spooky. Is it telling me I should go this way? It seems like it's telling me to go this way. Okay. I wanted to go right to Ferris wheel anyway.
Where are you, Callum?
Oh, baby. No, thank you. No, thank you.
It's a matter of public record that I am a failure as a mother.
I could have guessed that.
Once, when Callum was very small, I left him asleep in the car while I ran an errand. Don't even remember what it was. When I came back, the sheriff was standing next to the car, watching my boy through the window. I didn't like what I saw in his eyes. Judgment. He wrote me the ticket without saying a word. Just the scratch of his pen on the notepad. When he gave it to me, our eyes met. I know what you're going through. My daughter, Helen, she just gets some help. Help was a bolt of lightning. Help was 1,000 volts surging through my veins. Help is agony.
Hey, look, it's there.
I'd rather die I wanted to scream. I'd rather you pulled your gun and shot me. But instead my mouth said, "Yes, Sheriff."
Okay. This is hard to read. Constantly delayed by the incompetence of the builders. The problem is that the locals, and so they believe a lot of their local rumors. The problem is that they are locals, and so they believe that a lot of the rumors of what the old man Henderson used to do here. They grew up on those tales. Every time a bolt comes loose or a wrench goes missing, those fools are crossing themselves against the black magic. Of course, that is why I chose this site over all the other potentials. Solomon Island is a nexus for dark energies, and the thought of all that power just dissipating beneath the earth here, it makes my skin crawl. I called in a few favors back in Brooklyn and got someone at the local academy to see if they had any interesting books about local history. Turns out that they do, and it turns out that Old Man Henderson has some pretty strong connections to the Brooklyn crowd. Perhaps something he wrote will help me find the piece of the plans that I am missing. Yep, it's something very metaphysical is going on here.
Stay where you are!
Something very bad. Something about harvesting the feelings of people into evil spirits, as I imagine.
So they are going to close this place down.
Unsafe.
Doesn't surprise me.
Inspector's comments. After touring the park, riding the rides, and viewing the startling number of incidents suffered here in the park, it is this inspector's opinion that the Atlantic Island Park should be shut down until Nathal Winters complies with all the safety regulations. While I understand that there is a sensitive political relationship between Mr. Winter and the Senator, I nevertheless suggest that such political considerations be set aside in condemning Atlantic Island Park. The rides, at first glance, appear well constructed and maintained, but the sheer number of incidents in the park during the last few years, and during constructions, lead me to believe that there is something wrong at the base level of construction, and we should close the park and fully investigate these flaws. To wit, here is a partial list of the fatalities in the park since opening only 2 years ago. Family of 3 killed on a roller coaster derailed. 14 separate incidents of broken bones and crushed ribs while riding the Octoroon. 3 suicides from the top of the Ferris wheel. A child seriously injured on the escalator. Over a dozen children reported missing in the House of Horrors since its construction. 1 report of a drowning in the Tunnel of Tales. The sheer volume of incidents means that it's my strongest recommendation that the island park be closed immediately.
Callum, where did you go?
Whoa. Stop crying. I don't want to see an evil baby. I'm not in the mood for that. I bet there's going to be like a baby sitting right in front of me or something. It's too obvious.
People come into your life for a reason. Dad used to say that before Mom ran off. After that, he mostly just drank. Things were different for Don and I. When we met, I was sweeping the floor at Susie's diner. He came in with some workers, but he didn't try to flirt or cop a feel like the others. He just ordered a coffee and sat there, watching me. When my shift was over, he offered to walk me home. I don't know how to describe that walk. We talked and laughed and eventually kissed. It felt like love. It felt like a fairy tale. I can't tell you if Callum was made that night or one of the ones that followed. But I think it has to be that night. That one perfect night. Dawn and I moved in together, but then, well, he died. According to the supervisor, his safety harness failed when he was working on the top of the Ferris wheel. Don was there one moment, and then gone. Sometimes people leave your life for no reason. I was 3 months pregnant with Callum. Fairy tale fucking over.
That's pretty creepy, lady. So her husband, or boy toy, was killed on this very Ferris wheel. I'm surprised she still comes to this amusement park. Nothing creepy has happened just yet, which is leading me to believe that something about to happen. Something about to happen. There he is. The top hat man. It's like some sort of Slender Man that's harvesting spiritual energy or something, I think. That was interesting. I wonder what happens if I increase the speed to max. I want to destroy this Ferris wheel. I guess nothing happens.
Mommy is coming, Callum!
So I guess we're going to the roller coaster next, then the alley, sideshow, and then the House of Horrors last. Oh, that's a horrible sound. Oh, is that one of the things that fell off?
Where are you? Callum!
What do we have here? The baby? What? Roller coaster ticket? I'm not sure what that means.
Callum, where are you? Come to Mommy, Callum!
To do what? Roller coaster ticket? I want to go. I'm going for it.
A lot of people idolize their children. You hear them talking about their kids and just the way they talk, their fucking voices make me want to vomit. My angel likes to read, and little Johnny is so good on the piano. Fuck those people! You give up 9 months of your life carrying them, you traumatize yourself giving birth to them, and then you spend the rest of your life as their slave. Wiping asses, mopping a piss, feeding them. Little life-sucking monsters who take and take and take until... we all go insane. Any parent who pretends otherwise is just dishonest. That's called choice supportive bias. I am honest. Callum really grinds my gears, and he owes me everything. Everything. It'd serve the little fuck right if I just abandoned him.
So I wonder if he's already killed her child. And then we're just reliving that. But they said they were just like friends, Mummy. Mama dear. Save me, Mummy.
I always wanted to ride this one. Never got around to do it before.
Let's go for a ride then, my dear.
Stay where you